to New Being Queen Talk Show, where we share our truths, tell our stories, and discuss our journey while inspire others to be who God has called them to be, unapologetically. Allow us to introduce the amazing host, Queen Yolanda Mitchell. Y'all listen up. I am so excited to introduce this beautiful soul on today. Listen up. This is going to be fun. So y'all know how we do it on New Being Queen Talk Show, where we tell our story, speak our truth, and talk about our journey. We always ask questions. We come on and we get live. And don't forget to share this live on tonight. Y'all, we're talking about branding yourself. I'm talking about someone who just have an authentic, just a gift for branding, just like a true gift for branding. I don't know if she went to school for branding, but y'all, she does an awesome job with branding. And the information that she shared with me, we had we went to a business, like a business expo with the chambers of commerce, and they connected with other companies and things like that. And it was just really awesome. And she taught a class. But in the class, she was talking to us about the branding and things like that. And one of the most profound things that she shared with me was about, it's not about your logo and all that stuff. It is about you. And people want to buy you and want to know about you. But don't let me try to tell y'all what she said, because she can tell you all much better than I can. But I'm going to read her bio off before I bring her forth. So Christina is a mom, a wife, business owner, and a thriving real estate agent with a passion for helping others build a brand that reflects who they are, who they truly are, okay? With a heart rooted in faith, a message grounded in authenticity, Christina uses her experience both online and in business to inspire others to show up boldly, build with purpose, and let their light shine. Come on. Whether she's closing deals or creating content, her mission is the same: lead with heart, and keep it real. And when I tell you all, she keeps it real. So if y'all have not shared this on today, go ahead and share this video, because I want you all to get this live on today. And I want you all to be inspired, to be encouraged. For those that have been sitting back and saying, oh my goodness, I've been struggling with branding and things like that. Guess what? We got some help on today. We have some help, someone who's going to come in and help us brand. That's going to help us talk about the branding part of it, how to get yourself out there, how to just be transparent and real. I'm excited about it, y'all. So don't forget to go ahead and share this, share. So we can go ahead and get some people in and share it on your Facebook page. Get the link and share with other people, and just let them know that we're getting ready to just, that we're live. We're here about branding and marketing. Okay. So I'm excited about it. I'm getting ready to bring this beautiful soul up right now. Let me go ahead and bring her. Hey, beautiful. How are you?
Hey. How are you?
I am well and so super excited. Listen, I can't do it how you do it. I can't tell people how you tell them. So you're gonna have to help me bring this thing into light. When we're talking about them, when we was up there at the Chambers of Commerce, right? Am I saying right?
It was a Better Business Summit.
Okay, Better Business Summit. Mm-hmm. I'm telling you, that thing right there, it opened my mouth. I was like, wow. So what I just said, I know I didn't say it right. So tell me what you were saying so you could correct me.
Well, I heard what you said. So I was saying, people don't buy a logo, they buy you. And not that we're for sale, not that you're trying to sell yourself, but what that means is that if you're working for a company and you decide to go to another company, they, when you build a brand, they're loyal to you. So if I was no matter if I open this or open that or share or sell this or that, I'm open and honest and real with people. So they're following you more than the logo,
Wow.
I mean, who do we know at Nike? We don't know nobody at Nike, but you might know a small business owner that bedazzles shoes. And if that person decides to bedazzle shoes at this company or this company, you're like, well, I know them. I know they're real. I know they're authentic. I know they're going to do a good job. I'm going to go with them. You don't know nobody Nike. You know what I'm saying? So you want to make sure that people know you, especially, I mean, that if you're opening a business or, somewhere where if you leave this company and go to another company and you need customers to come with you, that's why you have to build your own brand.
Oh, I just got some revelation. So is this why when people are doing it, when they get somebody like Michael Jordan, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Because they're not, because they relate to him. He's a famous basketball player.
Yes, he's a face. Yes.
Okay.
And they feel like they know him. And they're like,
yeah,
oh, because he's, shared some of his life online and he's been out there online. He's been, so they feel like they know him, So yes, that's exactly why they want to get him to say, drink this Coke, try this clothing product. If they can get somebody to know, because people don't, they're not like I just said, like you just said, Nike. It's not that they know somebody at Nike, but they know.
Right.
If I say, if I say I wear Nikes, then I know Christina.
Right. And so they're buying the face. So y'all, what we're saying when we're talking about the marketing piece, about the branding, we're not talking about just like she said, your logo, things like that. People want to get to know you. You have to be relatable. So y'all, I don't know if y'all are following her, because you say you're on TikTok, right? Because
I'm everywhere. Yes, I'm everywhere.
Listen, I see her on Facebook. I see her on TikTok. And one of the things I love about her, you all, is the fact that she goes in and she's really real about her things that she's doing. And I'd be so excited, y'all. One of the things I've learned that she does is it's like real fun, and I watch it all the way to the end. And so let me ask you this: so when you're doing your videos, they don't be long. So what is like your tactic? Like, what is one of the things that you do?
Oh, I don't think. Honestly, I don't, when I try to strategize a video, it doesn't come out as well as if I'm just like, oh, that was funny, let me recreate that. Or, ooh, that was like, I listen to a ton of podcasts, a ton of sermons, a ton of books. And if they say something that I'm like, oh, that helped me, that would help somebody else. And I'm going to, stop in the next few minutes and make a video on that. Because when I put it all plan it doesn't, that could be because I'm trying too hard. And I'm not saying that we don't need to be strategic with business, but people can read through you whenever you're not being authentic. And it's not that I'm not being authentic when I'm trying too hard, but it just, I'm second guessing myself. Maybe I need to make this perfect. No, I don't. So when I come out and make something and don't really think about it. And I know me and you were talking about, you asked me kind of some of my viral videos. One of my, I don't even know if it was my very first viral video, but one video that really went crazy on TikTok and on Facebook was I was wanting to make a little dance video. It was lip singing to this workout thing, and her name was Pamela Pumpkin, and basically, hey y'all, I'm Pamela Pumpkin, and we're gonna do Pamela Pumpkin's Halloween workout. Come on! And so I'm looking silly up there. Well, I walk outside. My husband's on the phone. I was like, I didn't even think about it. I just put the phone down, and I'm like, listen, if he sees me, he's gonna get up and move. But he was on the phone talking, so he's in the background talking the whole time. I'm acting like a fool. But that one, because it wasn't planned, he would have never sat there and let me do that. So it wasn't planned at all. I was going out there to make a video, and he just happened to be on the porch on the phone. I'm like, okay, all right, you sitting here. I don't want to wait no more. So it's that kind of stuff that's really not planned, not overthought. Because if I think about it, I'll talk myself out of it, or I'll critique myself, or I'll say, so-and-so's probably talking about me, screenshot this, going to send it. I don't need to think about it. Really, it's just better. Like I said, I'm not saying just let whatever come out of your mouth. We have to follow the leading of the Holy Spirit. We don't need to just be like, but I don't plan it as much. I really don't.
So it's like this, because I'm gonna be honest with you. Some of the videos that I do, I'll be like, you know what? I want to throw my makeup. I want to put on my lipstick, my lip gloss. I want to be kind of cute. But by the time I do all of that, guess what? The thrill is gone. The excitement is gone. The fire is gone. So, and that's why it's good to just, get that phone and just do it, because it may be a message that you may have for somebody that's going to bless them. And right when you get it, it's good to go ahead and put it out there. And people can feel it. They have that connection. So,
I was wanting to do a video about thanking some customers. And I had kind of planned it and thought about what I was going to say. I made the video. I didn't like it at all. I was like, oh, I don't like that. So then I wasn't going to post it all. 4 days later, I was like, let me pull over and speak from my heart. And that one was authentic. The first one it was still me. It was still authentic. I still meant every word, but it had been more strategized of like, I look cute right now. Let me go ahead and go do this. And, you know, when I didn't like it, I didn't like the way it come out. So I waited, and then, you know, God said, okay, do it now. I pulled over. I was at Chick-fil-A. I just had my camera up there. I'm like, you know what? I just want to tell y'all thank you. Like, it is in my heart right now. And that one was, the other one was authentic too, but you know what I'm saying? That one was, it was like, you know how when the Holy Spirit lays somebody on your heart, then you need to call them right then.
Right then. Yep.
If you wait, the grace is different. So you got to do it while the grace is there. You got to do it while the grace is there. And so we need to, if something's on our heart for a business idea, a strategy, a marketing thing, then that was put on your mind and your heart for a reason right then. And you'll know if you're supposed to wait and plan it. But it's probably right. You know, if it's a planned thing, then he's going to give you the ideas that you need to execute. If it's something that he wants you to say right then, you need to jump on there and say it right then. Because that's the time that somebody needs to hear it, that you need to say it, that he set it up precisely so that this is the people that's supposed to hear it's on there right now. You need to get on there and do it. That's how we're led. We're led like that, you know, like it's not about strategies and planning and making things happen. Yes, we have to be business and all that, but on the flip side, you know, there's that. I mean, I'm, you know, we're Christians. We know that's the Holy Spirit. Somebody else might feel like it's their conscience or whatever they feel like, but it needs to be done when it's put on there.
So let me tell you this. So I guess got some more revelation. So it is not always when we're doing videos, it's not all about selling. And this is what I have to offer. And this is what I want you to buy. And it's, you know, it's about you just saying, you know, I have a message. I have a word. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And so we say,
because people don't want to be sold to. So if every video is about selling or an offer, they're not going to be tuned into you. So if you have, I don't know if you, I haven't read this book, but I've heard about it, but I understand what he's saying in the concept. It's called punch, give, or punch, ask, or something. What he's saying is you give, then you can ask for a sale. Okay. I'm going to give you value. I'm going to give you a prayer. I'm going to give you some help. Then I'm going to throw in there, this is what I have to offer. If you're only offering, that's just all about you. But giving value, helping, that's where things are built up.
Wow, that's good. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm telling you, this is hot off the press. This is just revelation as you're talking, and this is real good for me. This is real good to me. So because it's actual turnoff, right? Whenever people are coming, and every time you turn around, they want something. They're trying to offer you something. Instead of saying, you know what, this is me. I just want to be real with y'all today. I just was not in the mood. And so for those of you out there that are struggling, that's having a mood, like you just don't want to be bothered, you don't want to, you know, do your brand, you know, it's kind of like encouraging, helping them motivate. That's like whatever your niche is and whatever it is that you do. Like I can't go on and do what you're doing, right? I can't do that. But I have to do what works for Yolanda. And I love to encourage people, like encourage people, girl. You know, you have this going on and that going on. But what do you really love doing? And not trying to sell, not trying to get anybody to buy anything, but you just love to encourage people. And maybe I may get a word and maybe like, girl, let me tell you, people who are jealous and envious, people, you know, it's just whatever your thing is, like you probably won't do that because you're just very bubbly. You know, so
no, I have videos like that too, because I struggle praying for my enemies. I struggle with comparing myself. And so I know if I'm struggling, somebody else probably is. So if he lays it on my heart to share at that time, I'm going to share it, because nothing feels more alone than if you're thinking nobody else gets this. Nobody understands. Nobody feels the same way. But yes, they do. They do. And so sharing that allows that door to open. They're like, oh my gosh, me too. Like I understand her. I get her. You know, if I was always perfect and had this perfect life and everything, and I never was jealous, I was never angry, nobody ever hurt my feelings. Who can relate to that? That's not life. That's not true.
Right. because you do sometimes feel that way. And people need to know that you struggle with your brand, you struggle with branding. Sometimes you don't want to get up, you don't want to get up.
Right.
Sometimes you don't want to do it. Sometimes you get out of I don't know what you get, like it disappear, like you get discouraged. That's what it is.
Yeah.
You get discouraged.
And
And
I used to be the queen of shutting down, girl. I used to be the queen of shutting down. And I think that was because I was letting the enemy whisper in my ear that I was either comparing myself or I was allowing myself to think they're talking about me. They're probably picking on me in my videos and all that, and then I would shut down. Hormone, let's just be honest, hormones, anything like that will make us, it's okay to take a little break, but you got to get out of your own mind. You got to get out of your own mind. You got to, you're here to help others. You're here to glorify him. You're here to, so if you can stop thinking about self, like, so what if they screenshot me? That is their issue. That is their issue.
Right.
And we cannot compare ourselves because we're only seeing a certain side of what social media. I tell people, please don't ever compare yourself to my life because you don't know what. And I'm not saying that I'm very blessed. I'm very blessed, but still, I got things. But still, there's people that don't like me. There's things I deal with, but I'm not going to think I'll let myself go there because if I do, I'll shut down, and what's crazy? We will listen to the one negative comment or the one negative thing that whispers in our ear, but yet that 100 of people that we helped, we forget about them.
You got them, right? The impact you're making with them, and you got David Downer over here that made this one negative comment that said that's silly, that's stupid, and why would you say that?
And they don't even know you. They don't even know you.
Listen, don't know us, and we'll shut down off of what a stranger done said.
Yep.
Girl, boy, please. Yep. Listen, that's good.
Because I have trolls. When a video is viral, you're going to have trolls. And I got them. But you know what? Don't take it personal if they don't know you personally. So these people on the internet that are trying to say something to you, don't take it personal. That's their issue. They don't know you personally. They got anger. They got issues. And don't argue back with them. Because you ain't going to change their mind. Who cares? You don't even know. The more you build a brand, you are going to have them people come in. I didn't know that whenever, when my brand was smaller, my following was smaller, and everybody was always nice to me. And then, you let a couple videos go viral. The keyboard warriors come out because they're miserable and they're jealous, maybe that they can't get on there and be silly. So they gonna try to make you feel dumb. That's what they want to do. I mean, that's just how they are.
You said what you call the keyboard what?
Warriors. They behind that keyboard. You don't see them. You don't see the real them. Yeah. They're just behind there. Right. Yeah, little ninjas on the keyboard just trying to hurt your feelings.
That is good. Like you said, and one of the things that I had an issue with is I felt like my skin, because we're so negative. And I was, and one of the things that I don't want to call it fear, but an insecurity of mine. And I was like, I gotta have some makeup. So one day I got up and I'm gonna face this joker because I'm tired of you holding me back. So I decided I'm gonna do a real quick video without, I'm talking no makeup on, no lashes. I don't know if I put any lip I don't even think I'll be putting lip gloss on. And I just said put something on YouTube. And my numbers went up on like a little clip, a little short or whatever. And that was just me being real. I didn't stick my edges down. I didn't do none of that. But I went back on and it was so encouraging. And then that was, that's what started me out to do it. So I have some videos and you can see me to my, I'm looking all kind of crazy. YouTube don't care how they put your thumbnail. They just throw it up there. But that was one of the things that I learned. And I had to get rid of, stop worrying about what people think. Stop worrying about what they think and just do the video. Just do whatever it is that God has given you to do. Just do it, And
what they think of you is none of your business. That's not your business.
Oh,
don't worry about it. Don't somebody asked me, how do you not care? How do you not care what they think of you? I don't think about it. I don't let myself think about it. If I start to, I'll shut down and I'll get all mad. I bet they're saying this. And then I bet that, I mean, what is that? That's not helping nobody. That's not helping me at all. So I don't let myself think about it. Yes, it tries to sneak in. I mean, I know people that don't like me that I think, I bet they screenshotted that video. I bet they whatever. Oh well.
Oh,
That's
well.
fine. They're wasting their time. I'm living rent free in their head. They're wasting their time. I'm not going to waste mine by letting them live rent free in my head and worrying about what they're saying.
You said, wait a minute, hold on. You said live rent free in your head.
I'm not going to let them live rent free in my head, because if I'm thinking about what they're saying about me and I'm imagining the conversation, I bet they're living rent free in my head.
Wow.
Scientifically, you can only you might have a lot of thoughts, but scientifically, you can only grab a hold of one thought at a time and turn it into thinking. They're taking up my creative time that I could be doing something, working, praying, reading, doing something. They're taking up that time because I grabbed a hold of that thought and I held on to it, and now they're living rent free up here. They're not paying my bills. They're not making me grow. They're not helping anything to live and hanging out.
Just hanging out in your mind after what they done said. If y'all have not shared this, make sure y'all share this on y'all Facebook page, because people need to hear this. They need to hear what this woman of God is sharing. They need to hear that. Okay, so we were talking about the clapback. I call it the clapback. When you're doing your viral video, and you know it's good, like them haters gonna come. You call them the ninjas, the keyboard ninjas.
Yeah,
they're gonna come back with a clap. Especially when you're starting to go viral, when you're now making a difference, making a change, and you stepped out. So we want to go viral. We want to be seen. We want a brand and all that stuff. But we have to be ready whenever we're starting to go to another level of what people are going to say, all the negative comments. So let me ask you, do you read your comments? Do you read all of them?
If it's viral, no, because it's too many. But if I do, there's been times that I've read it and I've wanted to, and then I've probably said something back, but then I'm like, let me just go delete them. Let me just go block them. You're not going to change their mind. You're not going to change their mind. If you feel that I used to have videos go viral and I would give it back to them in a silly way and make myself laugh. So you just got to kind of go with whatever your heart's telling you. If I want to be sarcastic with them, and because they'd say, you look stupid. And I'd say, thank you so much. I had no clue, or something like that. If I was in a mood though, if I was in a mood and it was going to affect me, then I'm going to just delete and block now,
Right.
And I'm not going to go back and forth, because you're not going to change their mind, whatever, that's what they want to do. They want to they want to fight. That's why they did it. Why would they leave a rude comment? They don't know this person at all. They're waiting for it. They want that back and forth. You can't let that get in your mind. That's just taking up space. Because you'll like, and most of the time, most of the time I would probably just delete and block, because I'm the type that if I say something back, I'm gonna feel guilty. I'm gonna worry. I'm looking for the next comment. No, I don't need any of that. They don't know me. Just let them go. And so you got there that you need to help, and you'll be stopped if you read all them comments and if you respond to them or let them get in your mind.
So y'all listen up. Y'all need to be ready for the clap back, because when you start going viral and them videos start making impact, and when you all start making impact, people are going to be coming back and they're going to say some negative stuff. Be ready for it. But like she said, baby, I ain't got to deal with you. I will delete and block.
Yep.
Y'all hear that? You ain't got
what they say. New level, new devil. So God's got to get your skin tough, because if you're going to be speaking out for Him, if you're going to be standing up for your brand, and you're going to have some tough skin and just be like, it's not about me. It's about it's not about me. Look straight ahead. Look at your goals, at your plan. Like, stop looking right here, because that's distraction. That's trying to pull and stop you.
Yeah. I just wrote down. So it's like you were saying, they're saying things because they want an argument. They want an argument, and that argument, they're going back and forth, and you're gonna get distracted. And the amazing thing,
they don't have nothing else to do. They ain't trying to work. Okay, so that's what they want to do. That gives them time. Like, they have time.
So I have Megan. Do you know Megan Keene? Let me say what she said and read it.
Yeah.
She said, this is very timely. I've been afraid to make videos or what God is speaking to me. You better listen. You better start saying it. She said, but I did it.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
She said last night.
So I don't know if I don't know if I told you this at the Better Business Bureau, but kind of how I can't remember the timeline, but I do remember there was a time in my life that I was beating myself up real bad, walking in shame, that it wouldn't speak out about God like what she's saying, but I was close to him. I had a lot to share. I was learning a lot on sermons and podcasts, all that. And one day I call her my guardian angel. She was a friend of my mama's, but she felt very strongly to call me and tell me that God wanted me to know that what other people think about me is none of my business. So
that's something.
I felt change like that when she was on the phone with me. I felt chains fall off of me. It was amazing, and I was like, okay, I need to start sharing what he tells me. So it was like a day later. I go in my closet, and God had shared something about, I was at a conference and there was a VIP section, and all these people were waiting to meet these VIP people. And he spoke to my heart. He said, "You're VIP to me. You don't have to wait in line. You can talk to me anytime." And so I want to share that. I got my closet back here because my kids are loud. I have a loud house. And so I just shared that. It was before Facebook Live. I think I did a video and shared it. The next day, there was something else. I was like, oh, God showed me, I got my closet again. So then I go uptown and somebody made the comment, "I love your closet confessions." And I said, "My what?" And they said, "Closet. That's what I've named them." So that just grew into something I used to do about 3 or 4 years ago called closet confessions all the time. I always did them. I probably need to get back in the closet and do more. But that built a brand for me too. So I'm known as Closet Confession Girl, and I didn't even name that. But then that's what I told y'all at that business bureau. We have got to brand ourselves or somebody else will. And so, they gave me a good name. It was a good name. But I got my closet and started talking. And so that was kind of what I got to be known for at that time in my life, was closet confessions. They were devotionals. They were, whatever. And so, and it was things that other people were struggling with, things that I, comparing myself, jealousy, or this is what he told me, this is what he showed me, this is, planting seeds of doubt and fear in your mind. You got to weed them up. But whatever he laid on my heart is what I jumped in that closet and did. And so,
right.
That was the kind of a start of it. Of a brand. That's why I've said I didn't know I was building a brand. I was just doing. So you got to do what you're being led to do, and if some people love it, do more of that, and then it just
keep it going. Just keep it going. Duplicate it. Keep doing, and it may be like different, but stay in that vein right there, because that's right there what people need right there, and that probably suits you and fits you too. So I'm gonna go back. You said we are VIP to God.
Yeah. Yes.
So, So when we think that God is not concerned, he is concerned. We may not be VIP to others, but we are VIP to God. Oh, goodness. Come on. Yes. And then what I put down too is go back to what you used to do and love to do. Like you said, you were doing something else. And then, you thought about the closet confession, what she called it, closet confession. And you started back doing that because you actually love doing it. So you went back to it. So there's something, listen, y'all, if y'all have been doing things, and you're saying, God, I want to be able to go back to doing this and doing that. Go back to that thing that you used to do and that you love doing. Go back to that thing. Because if that was something that you love doing, that you really like, go back to it. You say,
what's it say in Revelation about you've lost your first love? Come back to me. Like, same thing if we're building a relationship with a spouse. What did you do in the beginning? What did you do in the beginning of your business that you enjoyed? That energy is what's going to resonate. It's when we get boggled down and we're not enjoying work. I think that's why people are always like, "You're so energetic" and all that. I get energy off of enjoying what I'm doing. If I didn't like what I was doing, you wouldn't see energy. So go back to what you enjoy. That will pull your people. That's going to connect you with the people that's supposed to be connected. And I know you were talking about, and yes, I have like 167,000 followers across TikTok and Facebook, but it ain't about a number, because a lot of them are following just from something random that maybe it was a silly video that I did that really wasn't, maybe it was, I don't know, but your people that follow you are connected to you. So I built a very successful business with hardly no followers because I have always been connected with people, so my first business in network marketing, I didn't have any followers, but I built a business because the ones I did have, the friends on Facebook, I was still like this, open and honest. And so it's not about a number. It's about that connection. That's what
Yeah.
branding is. Branding is not numbers, it's connection.
The
You could have
connection.
100 people that love and support you, and they're gonna go with you wherever you go. Or you could have 1,000 and only 10 of them go with you. Which one would you rather have? I'd rather have 100 that go with me everywhere than 1,000 and only 10 go. So it's not that we want. And I used to be obsessed with numbers. I can remember telling my friend, "Oh, I want this to go viral, so I have more followers." For what? What I need more followers? I don't need more followers. It's a connection of who you connect with, you know?
Right.
So it's not that we're trying to brand ourselves to have, 1 million followers. You're trying to brand yourself to have a connection with who you're supposed to have the connection with, who you can help, who you can serve. That's who you're connecting with in your brand.
Oh my, this is so good. So, and one of the things you said it real quick, and you got right on off of it. You said brand yourself, or someone else will brand you. That's what you're talking about, the closet confessions, because you wasn't calling the closet confession, but somebody else would say, "Oh, I love your closet confession."
Thankfully, it was a good name, but they could have called it something else,
Right,
If you're doing something, and you're doing it a lot, then give it a title. Like if you're in your car doing videos, or you don't have to give it necessarily a title, but like we talked about that business thing, you do have to tell people how they view you, or they're going to make up their own thing. So if you are building a business and you don't really, you need to state what you're doing it for. You need to state, this is what I do. This is who I serve. This is who I help. Or else it's just random, like trying to throw spaghetti to a wall and see if it sticks. Who do you serve? Who do you speak to? Speak to them. When you're talking on social media, who are you trying to speak to? Because you can't serve every single person. Who is your people? Like yours, is women who want to build up a business in faith, who you want to shout. That's who you're speaking to. So when I'm doing business, I'm speaking to people who also, they want to business side, who wants to buy or sell. But also in that arena is who wants to know God closer. That's not like I'm not up there like a preacher and perfect. I'm like a mama of some wild kids. We live on a farm. We're in a small town, and I'm open. So if I could be open, you could be open. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? I feel like I'm kind of Who are you trying to reach? I guess when you're building your brand, who are you speaking to? Who is your audience? Because it just can't be everybody.
Right. Because when you first get started, you really don't know who your audience is.
Right.
But as you're progressing, as you're growing and things like that, you have an idea who you want your audience to be. But when you keep moving forward, then it becomes even more apparent.
It does. And you can look back at your posts and at your videos and see, because I have a couple on TikTok right now that I saw that I did some like what to expect if you're a first time home buyer, and they are getting a lot of traction. I'm like, okay, I need to speak more towards that, because normally my TikToks are like just whatever comes out of my mind or whatever. But now I see that they like that. My followers like that. I need to speak more to that. I need to give more insight of what goes on when you close, what goes on when you do escrow deposit or walkthrough. I need to speak more to that because I see. So look back at your post and see who really connected with that. Do more of that. They're telling you, your people are telling you what they want more of.
Yeah. I just wrote that. So this is what I wrote down while you were talking. So when you see me doing here, I'm writing down. So people, and one of the things I learned, this is what is almost connected to what you were just saying. People, if you don't know what you're good at, I just go around and ask your friends like you just did. You said, like, Yolanda, you like this and then the third. You started pointing it out. I didn't tell you that, but you have watched me and you pulled it out. You said, okay, this is what I know she loved doing.
That's right.
People would tell you what you are good at. They would tell you when they come in contact with you, that know you, that's been around you. They would say, well, you're good at this and good at that. Pay attention to that information. Yeah, because what you're good at, and they're going to pull it out. And if you ask somebody, what do you think I'm good at? What do you think tell me, be honest, and watch and see what people tell you. And those are some of the things you need to be working on. Yeah.
I know we talked about this at the business thing too. I said, I didn't even realize how much I was posting about Chick-fil-A until people started sending me pictures and saying, this reminded me of you. And I'm like, oh, so you are you are branding yourself good or bad, whether you like it or not. If every single post on your thing is
Ooh.
negative and complaining,
Ooh.
you are branding yourself as a complainer. So you
Oh.
choose what you want them to, you want people to see you as, and authentically. I mean, if you're
Right.
always negative, if you're always fussing and complaining, like I know people I could think of right, and I'm sure you can do right now,
Out
that
right
is a
now.
negative Nancy, because that's
Yeah,
all they
about
want.
they complain about everything. Oh yeah.
So
Yeah.
if they were building a brand or a business, I would not want to work with them. I would not want to. So
Ooh.
you are, what you're putting out there, people try to say, oh, social media is fake. It ain't that fake, because you can see right through people. You can see what they're really about, because they are going to share. It's going to come out,
It's gonna come out. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Just watch them long enough. It will come out.
exactly.
Listen, this has been, oh my goodness, it's been beautiful. Tell us how can we reach you or find your Facebook page? Because I know there's some people saying right now, let me connect with her so I can learn more about, because if y'all go back and watch her videos, y'all can see what she did to get because like she said, it's not about the followers, but her starting to brand herself. And first of all, she got out of worried about what people had to think and what they had to say. And she had to get out of her own thoughts, what they're going to think about me, how they're going to feel about me. She just had to get out of that. And
Yeah,
she became she said, them keyboard ninjas, stop worrying about them. Don't argue with them. Don't get no confrontation with them. Delete and block. Delete
yeah.
their comment and block them.
And
And
I still do this stuff. Like I still remind myself, it don't, it's not like a one time you're like, oh, I never care what people think. Yes, I still do all this just like everybody else.
right. And so I've got so many nuggets from what you just said. I was just writing it all down
Yeah.
so that people would know, how to go about doing this branding. So y'all, if y'all, was kind of thinking about branding yourself as far as your business and things like that, start out letting people just know, that you are this beautiful person. Because I had this woman of God to tell me that today, and she said, I went and I want to be a part of it because of you, and it
Yeah.
wasn't about where you were going and the people that you were going. I was coming and, connected with you. And it kind of like really hit me and just made me more aware, self-aware,
Yeah.
more aware and listen to what people are saying. So I thank God for healing, for growth, maturity, so you can hear people and not be easily offended. People be
Right.
honest with you. Because there's gonna be some
Yeah.
people that's gonna come and be honest with you, and you gotta be able to tell. You gotta be able to take that. You gotta be able to take it. But
Yeah. Use
so
discernment. Are
so
they trying to put you down, or are they really trying to help you? Use discernment, because
you better
you
do
know who
yeah,
to
yeah.
ask. Yeah, you'll know who to ask.
Let me ask you this: How can we reach you? Because we know you got a phenomenal Facebook page. Because
I
I'm
am
go
I'm
ahead.
on Facebook under Christina Smith McCulley. That's my personal profile. I also have a real estate page, which is Christina McCulley Realtor. And then I'm also on TikTok as Christina Smith McCulley. And that's another thing, is that when I first got started, I wish I'd have branded myself without the Smith. So now I'm trying to like drop, because it's such a long name, but that's kind
Uh-huh.
of, see what I did there. I didn't know I was doing it, but you are building how people are going to know you. So, I mean, so yeah, everywhere I'm Christina Smith McCulley. That's where you can find me at.
Okay, so we talk about the real estate part of it. So if because I don't know much about real estate, so I do want to dive in it just a little bit before we go. So with the real estate, how far out can you go with the real estate? Are you just in your local county, or can you go?
I'm licensed all over Florida. So, I
Okay.
mean, I've been down to, I've shown houses as far as Daytona Beach. Now I
Oh,
ultimately want to stay in my area, because that's what I know.
right,
But
right,
if
right.
somebody needs help, if I can't help them, I can connect them with somebody who can help them. But I'm like, and that's any state. If somebody's in Georgia, I have agent friends there that I can connect you with. So anywhere I can connect. But as far as like me selling your home, or actually writing a contract for you to buy a home or a property, that's Florida.
Right. Oh my. Oh yeah. Yes.
I did
So
hair for 17 years before real estate. And so, I love hair, and I loved my people and all. I miss them a lot, but it was just time, and that's something else. People are like, you are scared to make a career change. What's the worst that can happen? Go back if it fails. You know, like you can't get in your own mind. Same thing with these videos. You make a video or you make a post, and you're like second guessing it. What is the worst that can happen? Take it down.
Right.
Move on.
Yep. Delete. Take it down. That's good. That's good. So that means that sometimes even with branding and getting out there, what you first started out doing, that may change over time.
Yeah, exactly.
And don't be afraid to change. Don't be afraid to shift. Don't be afraid to say, you know, I'm gonna move from doing this to doing something else. That's good. That's good.
And if you ever think, I mean, if you're listening to this, you probably have the entrepreneur mindset and stuff. So that's when I was doing hair, that's what people knew me of. Well, when I did real estate, they still trusted me because they knew me. So just because I went from a complete different career path, people came with me and used me as their real estate agent, even though I was brand new starting out. It's because I had built my own, like it wasn't that I was only a hairstylist. They knew me. So if you're wanting to build a business, if you ever think you want to build a business, or if you ever think that, you know, I want to do this, I want to speak out, I want to speak on stages, you have to build your own brand. You can't be just a cheerleader for your company, because if you move on from that company and they don't know you, they're not going to come, you know, not going to follow you to go with you. Yep.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's good. That's good. So what would you say to someone who is getting ready to they want to get out there and start marketing and are branding themselves? What would be something that you would tell them to encourage them?
What excites you, that's the people you're going to connect with. That's the ones that you're going to be able to help. Who do you want to help? I used to say, I want to help everybody, but you can't help everybody. You can't encourage. But if somebody is into devotionals or prayers or anything like that, then them are the ones I'm connected with. So, you know, like I said, you can try different things of what your brand is, but you're not going to stick with it if you don't enjoy it. So what do you enjoy? What is your gifts? And like you just said, if you don't know, ask your friends. What am I good at? What, you know, because they see things you might not see. You might be the best organizer out there, and you can really help a lot of people by sharing tips and tricks on that. You might be really good at cleaning your house. You might be really good at cooking. You might be really good at sewing. There's something that you enjoy. You might be really good at, I'm good at communication. I can explain things. When God downloads it, I can explain that. You might be good at communication on a book that is a great book, but it's hard for other people to read. Share that. You might be, you know, whatever. You might be good at makeup. You might be good at putting outfits together. I promise you, you can help somebody. You can share your love. You can connect with them. You can build. That's going to give you adrenaline. I think that's God's kind of reward. When we share, we pray for people, we share on Facebook or whatever, and they tell me that help them, it gives me adrenaline. It gives me joy. That's it. People can see that I enjoy doing it. And it's because I know it's helping somebody.
Right. That's good. Because I'm telling you, a lot of people get discouraged. They get frustrated. They want to stop along the way. They'll do a little something.
You'll keep going. You know, you'll find a way if you enjoy it. If you don't enjoy it, you're probably going to. If I didn't enjoy doing real estate, I'll just go get another job, because it's going to show all, you know, everybody, it'll be evident that I'm not enjoying myself. And I know that, you know, we have to go to jobs sometimes to get a paycheck, but there's something outside of that job. If you hate your job, but there's something outside of that job that you're called to do, you personally, not for your, you know, company, not for your factory. You're called to do it. And there's something that you're supposed to be doing to help other people. It might be good at daycare. It might be good at planning schedules for kids. Our minds are, you know, I get kind of caught and I can't think. Ask God to give you creative ideas of what you could do with your love for things. He will. He'll show you. There is a job there's a business for everybody. There is a help for everybody.
And so I hear people talking about branding also with colors, right? So
people tell me that I do try to, when I do some of I really like to wear green and teal because it does make my eyes pop. I don't necessarily have a set color. I don't know if people look at a color and think of me, but if they did, now that I've been wearing a lot of teal and green in my, real estate things, they might think of that. But, I don't think that's a bad idea, especially if you have a, I have a business. I'm a real estate agent, but if I had like a brick and mortar, or if I had like a, consulting business, or a, social media business, I would want to keep everything kind of the same. Just and I guess that's what you're saying. I do try to keep my pictures on my signs the same, because they've seen my face. They've seen, I don't want to cut my hair off and change it to black, and then they're gonna be like, "That's Christina. She's on the sign." So you don't have to be legalistic about it, but I do think that colors are good. You're kind of, it's more of like you are being consistent. That would be the word.
Yes. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, because consistency is key, and colors are key. So it may not be the same, like even with your flyers, things like that, your signs, they're gonna see those colors and they're gonna connect it and say, those are her colors, those are her signs, that's her logo, that's so my logo is colorful, so there's no telling what you're gonna get. Even when I go live, my lives are different. They're just different. So the background is gonna change, but I love the motion,
but you're still in them. That's the point. You're in it. Now, if you weren't in it, you were just talking on the side of it, but they're connecting with you. It don't matter about the background, don't matter about the colors. You're in that. You're doing it.
Yes, because again, they're not buying your logo, they're not buying your background. They're looking at you, because they're saying, well, how can I connect with her? And is she being her authentic self? Like, I've learned it. I'm gonna say I've seen some talk show hosts on TV, and when I've seen them just be silly, I was like, oh, I want to go on her talk show.
I know,
I want to get to meet her, because she is just so down to earth. And I don't like people that, they be all uptight. I'm not an uptight person that interview that bring people on. I'm not, whichever way that you are. I know how to,
You know what one of my best compliments ever is? Whenever I go through a drive-through and a young girl, she's like, you act just like you do on Facebook. Like, that's the best compliment, because I don't want to be one way online and then not speak to you when I see you in person, or like snotty or rude. People are always watching, and not that I feel rude, but what if I was rude? Not that I'm a rude person, but what if I was rude to her? What if I had a bad day and I was rude, and she's like, golly, her whole thing's fake. Her whole persona's fake, because she ain't like that in real life. So when we talked to that business summit, I said, you need to be consistent online and in real life, because you're going to run into people that see you online,
Wow. And this is, I'm gonna say this, even like, okay, let's say for instance, when people have not met you in their first time meeting you, and you're standoffish, but when they hear you on the online, or like what we're doing, and they finally get to meet you in person, and you kind of like standoffish, and they be like, well, you know what, she is rude, like she's this and then the third, like she's down to earth whenever this when she's on live or whatever, but when you see her in person, she's distant, so it's like, that's so you have to be the same and be consistent. So that's why you have to be real and be yourself.
On that note, that is something that you would need to share. You would want to share that online, so that you can connect with the people also that, like, oh, I'm an introvert, but I have a message to share online. See, they're looking at you thinking, oh, well, I can't do that, I'm too shy. Well, share that. I'm shy, I'm not shy, but I'm shy too. If you see me in person, I might not go up to you, but please, it's just because I'm nervous. Like, you have to share that kind of stuff. You have to be the same, everywhere. Like, if I got online and acted like that I was this perfect eater that did exercise every day, how fake would that be? And then you see me out getting fast food every day, they'd be like, I can't say one thing online. So if I am shy, I need to say that. I need to say, listen, if you come to me in person, I'm gonna be shy and nervous, but I still want to get this out to you. Like, it's, you do need to share. You need to be consistent online and offline.
That's beautiful. Like, this is good. All right. Well, that is awesome. We have concluded for the night.
Girl, I know we can talk all night.
They were like, girl, they all in their conversation over there. So I'm so grateful. I did go back to some of the comments and things like that. So whenever you get time, just go
I
back
will.
and read the comments. They're very quick and very simple. They more like was listening and what we were sharing on
Thank
tonight.
y'all for
And
coming
so,
in. This was
yes,
so much
ma'am.
fun.
Yes, ma'am. I enjoy this. So we're gonna have to come back. So we
Oh,
do
yeah.
have like a clubhouse room. And I
Okay.
would love for you, to come on Clubhouse and talk one of those Wednesdays at 7:00 a.m.
Oh,
Yeah.
girl, I work for myself now. I ain't gotta get. I can do it for you. I can do it for you.
Okay, she said 7:00. What? Yes.
Woo.
Well, okay. Well, that is it. So, y'all, kings and queens, thank you all so much for tuning in to Nubian Queen Talk Show. Do not forget to follow this beautiful woman of God. Y'all heard clips, her videos. They are so funny. Tell us again how we can reach you.
Christina Smith McCulley on Facebook or TikTok or Instagram, and then Christina McCulley Realtor is my business page. Now I have good videos on there too, and probably if you're my friend on Facebook, you're gonna see my business page anyways. But yeah, anywhere Christina, it's so it's Christina CHRISTINA, and then McCulley MCCULLEY. There it is, right there. If you type that in, it should pull me up, or Christina Smith McCulley. My maiden name was Smith. Very common,
And y'all, I'm telling you all, once you follow her, I'm telling you all, it's gonna bless your life. It's gonna bless your soul. You're gonna be like, you know what? I'm not wearing my makeup today either. I'm just going live. I'm not putting on my lashes. I don't care if I look sleepy. I don't care if my skin discolored, because that was one of my things. I put myself down. Oh, my skin is not perfect. I don't want to go. I just got up one day and said, I'm going live. I'm gonna record my stuff and I'm gonna post it on YouTube. And that's what I did, And so yeah, and so and looking at your videos, and I see how you just have fun, like you just enjoying it. You just enjoying life.
I do. If I'm not laughing at myself, then I ain't gonna make it.
You ain't gonna make it. So that's what I'm saying. So yeah, and I enjoy it. You found your niche, and So y'all make sure that y'all follow her. Y'all let her know that y'all met her on Nubian Queen Talk Show.
Yes.
Let them, and don't forget to go on YouTube on Nubian Queen Talk Show. Look her up on TV. Go back through this again. So while you're riding in your car and things like that, and you want to start with the branding piece of it, and you don't want to be just trying to sell stuff all the time, but you want to let people know who you are as an individual, how to come out of your shell, then you definitely want to go to this on Nubian Queen Talk Show on YouTube. And don't forget to subscribe, and encourage others to subscribe, and definitely follow her. But actually, do you have a YouTube page?
I do. It's more of a real estate. So
gotcha.
It's kind of in the beginning of trying to build. That's another thing. It's you got to take one platform and master that one, and then you can move on. I can't do a million things at one time. So my Facebook and my TikTok is the ones that I really focus on. So
and y'all don't forget, if y'all looking for a home, right? So let me ask you this. So you help people, who want to purchase homes, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then but not the renting part. But do you know people that rent homes?
We don't list rentals, but yes, you can. I try to keep a kind of ongoing list of if I hear anything. I don't necessarily list them. So I'm more sell homes for people to move, and then help people relocate to a new home if they're coming to this area or whatever. So.
Well, I'm gonna ask you this before we go. I got to ask you this. So does credit play a big factor in getting a home?
It plays a factor in your interest rate, and yes, it can play. But I have lenders that I work really closely with, and if you're thinking of purchasing a home, I can connect y'all, and they can actually tell you, okay, let's do this, this, and this, and work towards building your credit.
Come on.
So even though you can't do it right now, you can have like a 6-month plan of, okay, I need to get rid of this. I need to, work on getting this paid off. I need to not open up this credit. They will help you take them steps to start building your credit. They know what they can pull your report and it not affect you. It doesn't affect your credit to pull it. And it's called a soft pull, and they can tell you, let's do this, this, and this, and get you ready.
Okay. So do they charge to give you that advice?
No.
That's good. So y'all, I'm telling y'all need to connect with her. If y'all
Yeah.
are looking for a home, interested in buying a home anywhere in the state of Florida, y'all see her personality, y'all, this is what you get. I'm telling you, she is this is why I put her on the show, because she is the same way in person that she is right here. As y'all can see, she is the same exact person. If y'all are interested in looking for a home and anywhere in the state of Florida, connect with her, message her and say, listen, I want to get me a home too. I'm interested in getting a home, and this is what I have. Just talk to her,
Yeah.
and just start somewhere.
I'm so easy to talk to. So yeah.
And I'm telling y'all, if I messaged her, we were getting ready. I'm gonna tell y'all this, and for the chambers. And when I messaged her, she said, "Oh, I just, she reached back out to me and things like that." She's very prompt, y'all. So I'm telling you all, go ahead and message her if you're looking for a home, you're interested in buying a home, you want to know more about how to get a home, where to start, how to start, and you want to have her to help you. And I truly believe it in my heart, in my soul, that she's going to give you the best for your buck. And get what's best for you, and not just try to sell you a house. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Honest with you, and I will be open with you, and I'll say this ain't a good deal, or this. I'm not. It's people over profit. It ain't about. I can't live with myself if I just try to swindle you out of making a real estate sale. That's not who I am at all. And plus, you can't really. I mean, these are big investments, so it ain't like you're going to know if I don't want this home or not. I'm not going to try to talk you into something you don't want, but. You know what I mean? I'm an open book. I'll answer any questions for you and all that.
Okay. Well, this is it, y'all. Love you so much. I've enjoyed this. I got to go back and look at this on YouTube.
Yes.
Yes, but this has been a joy, y'all. I don't have an outro, so we're just gonna have to end it and conclude it like this. But I thank you so much, Christina, for coming on Nubian Queen Talk Show, where we tell our truth, tell our stories, speak our truth, and talk about our journey. I love you so much. I love you, kings and queens. Thank you all for tuning in to Nubian Queen Talk Show. God bless you. Have a great rest of the day. Bye. Bye-bye.